All right, here we are for Monday Halls Live. This is episode number 41. Doing this for 41 weeks. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. But hey, I'm excited tonight because I've got a buddy who stopped in, and I'm trying to get him to continue to hang out with us on Monday nights as we do these live. But say hello to Mr. MT. He is with us, stopping in because he is a guy. He gets in a lot of cool books, all across the different age spectrums, and so I asked him to stop in and show off a little bit of what he's got. Let's see who popped in here to the chat. What's up, Simple Simon? It's good to see you. Glad you joined us. We're gonna give it a second, because people start to drift in here. So MT, we were talking just a little bit. So you, how like what kind of volume of packages do you get in on like say a weekly basis?
Too many. Probably about as tall as I am, at least.
Oh my
Like
gosh!
today I think I got around 10, 12 books in today. Um, seems like I maybe get 50 or 60 a week, probably
Oh
on
my
average.
gosh!
Maybe more, maybe less.
Wow!
But I like to buy big lots. So
Wow! Okay.
instead of buying individual books, I try and buy
Right.
lots best I can.
Right. Right.
But I get the stuff
Very
that's
cool.
trending, and the key is to get it before it gets too expensive.
Right.
Like,
There you go.
so like Doctor Strange books, if you haven't got them by now, might
Yep.
be a little late to be investing in
Yep.
those, but there's still some time to get in on the Thor
Yep.
books. And then looking ahead, there's some stuff on the horizon. We were talking about the He-Man show coming up. That's a
That's a big one. Yeah.
solid winner.
And yeah, speaking of, I've got a couple that came in today for my for one of my stockpiles. I'm going to share that in a few minutes. Hey, Spider Girl, what's up? It's good to see you. I've missed saying hi to you. Glad that you stopped in. And Promiscuous Time Traveler, same to you. Glad that you guys are popping in with us. So hey, just to let y'all know, so for the next several episodes, I'm doing Monday hauls as a live show, as a live stream show instead of the typical pre-recorded that I had been doing. It cuts down on post-production time, and it also allows me to bring on other people to show off their hauls as well. Because I said, I've got this cool show and the platform, so I don't want to hog it and keep it all to myself. So I want to show what other people have been picking up. And MT and I have talked a little bit. He's shown me some of the stacks of books, and I love that he's been showing more and more stuff on Instagram. So if you're not following him there yet, make sure and do so. I see some chat going on. Man, Simple Simon, I'm sorry to hear
Oh
that.
no.
I hope you're doing okay. I hope you got your thermometer, your pulse oximeter, and that you're drinking plenty of fluids and staying safe. So make sure and take care of yourself. I'm sorry to hear that. And again, Promiscuous and Spider Girl, it's good to see you guys with us. Glad that y'all could join us. So this will be a little bit shorter than like the giveaway show, because it's going to be just us going through the books we picked up. But yeah, let me say this real quick, and then I'm going to ask MT to show off some of his pickups from this year, from this week. Remember Monday hauls? We show off the comic book pickups from the past week to week and a half. Here's one cool thing that I wanted to make sure and share with everybody. As you know, I've been doing the overall push to 1,000. And so for subscribers, we just broke 750, and that was another milestone, which triggers a milestone giveaway. So on this Wednesday night, an entry video will be going live showing off this copy of Masters of the Universe #1 in a CGC 9.4 with white pages. This book will be given away a week from this Wednesday to one of the people that enters to win on the entry video. So, like I said, this Wednesday night before the giveaway show, a short 2.5-minute video will go live. It'll tell you what you need to do to enter to win, and everybody that enters to win will be entered on the wheel to win this book. But the cool part is that this time it's not going to just be that book. Everybody that enters to win will also get a chance at a couple more giveaways for that on that same episode. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect time to do so. And I'm very, very excited that you guys are going to get a chance to win that, because this is MT and I were talking about it. This is an excellent book to have right now with the show, with the live action show coming from Netflix. I think it's going to be is it going to be a feature, or is it like I think it's a streaming series. It's one of them. I'm not 100% sure, but they did cast the
main character,
He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So MT, why don't you show us some of your pickups from the past week to week and a half?
I will. I'll show you what I have been buying recently, and then I want to show off a very relevant book that because of what just dropped today. First of all, this book arrived today. One of the Affordable Auction Chat members was nice enough, knew I was looking for this after I watched Carlos's Transformer comics to be on the hunt for. I've actually wanted this for a very long time, and was able to get it today at a really good price. This is a painted cover, Transformers 5. Big time childhood collector. Like, I grew up in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
So anything from the 80s, I'm all in on.
That's
Big
my
He-Man guy. Can't tell from my back wall.
It's my favorite Transformers comic cover from the original run. I love that one.
It really is. I have actually, before we get into the Thor books, I'll show this Devil Dinosaur book, gang, has never been cheaper than it is right now. There is an upcoming animated series, I believe, with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This is the first appearance of Devil Dinosaur. This is a high-grade copy I got for an extremely reasonable price. Now's a good time to be buying this book if you're into Devil Dinosaur or next-gen characters. And it's just a gorgeous cover, 35-cent book. Devil Dinosaur has a pretty cool role in Old Man Logan, where he gets the Venom symbiont on him. It's kind of cool. Another book that came in. Let's talk about this one. Actually, I thought I had pulled the other copy of this. Maybe I'll pull it here and we'll show it later. But this Avengers Forever has been a very popular book, so I've been buying all the printings on this one. This has the first female Moon Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's what it is.
And there is a really awesome cover that has the Marvel characters as the monsters, Dracula and Frankenstein and stuff like that. Really, really awesome cover. Then we'll get into Thor. As you know, the Thor trailer dropped. There's still some time to get in on Thor spec. I threw up a lot of my Thor deep cuts on my board there for you all to see. A little glary there, but I'm going to talk more about maybe some more affordable stuff that you might be having your eye out for right now. Bear with me just a second here because I have notes.
I love it. I love notes.
All right, so this is Thor Annual number 5. Okay, and this is the first appearance of Thor's goats. Okay, Tooth Gnasher, Tooth Grinder, that pull his chariot. And in Norse mythology, which they do go over this in a few different stories in the comics, that they can be resurrected every night. So he can eat the goats if he's hungry, and then they'll be resurrected the next day. It's like the Horn of Plenty idea, right?
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, okay.
In the trailer, you see his 2 goats pulling his chariot. So that's in the first trailer. This is a very affordable book, high end. You might be $40-$50, but you can get a nice VG copy for around $20 right now. I think that this is a solid buy right now. Good pickup. This one, little bit more on the higher end, but it's still a super cool book you may not see. Of course, this is the first appearance of Stormbreaker, which is the bigger King's hammer Thor has in the MCU, of course. Beta Ray Bill was the first to wield it. It has similar shape to that in the MCU. What makes this book particularly rare is it's a Mark Jeweler variant book,
Nice.
which makes it a little bit more rare. I don't know, Carlos, if you've discussed Mark Jeweler variants with your gang.
We haven't yet. We haven't gotten into them, but I know it's a pretty distinct. I mean, I know that there's a lot of detail in like the colors down to the specific companies, everything. So I'm really kind of looking forward to doing an episode like that because I think a lot of people would really enjoy that.
I think an insert book show would be very good because there's a lot
That's a
of
really good idea.
differences, and we call that kind of covers the whole gambit, insert books, and it's a lot to go into here tonight on the show, but I think that would probably be something good to talk about at some point.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely we need to put that on the calendar right there because that's important stuff. Yes, Simon, same here. I'm, surprisingly, I don't have a single Mark Jeweler in my collection.
So. They're not very common, especially here on the East Coast, because they were only sold around military bases. So if you don't live around where a military base is, you're really not going to find very many, but it's always good to check your books to make sure it has one or not. Okay, another one that I've been picking up here for ages and ages, and I got a couple more copies this week, is Thunderstrike Number One.
Oh, yes.
Thunderstrike Number One. This is totally 90s. Foil covers is totally 90s, but he is wearing a vest in the movie that's supposedly a Ravager vest, because if you're not a comic book reader, you wouldn't know. But it's based upon Thunderstrike's vest here. This is a very affordable book right now. May not be for too much longer, but it is right now. It's a good low-end book to pick up for the movie.
Yeah, that's a fun pickup right there, especially if you're a child of the 90s.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, that's an excellent book to pick up.
Okay, now we're going to get into a little bit more older Silver Age books, which is my favorite to collect. Actually, let me show two more bronze books before I get into the silver really quick. This is the first appearance of Eitri the Dwarf. He's the guy who forged Stormhammer that Peter Dinklage plays in the movie. This can be found in dollar bins across the U.S. I've pulled a lot of these out of dollar bins over the years because I just collect Thor. Is my number one title to collect, and then like Strange Tales, older stuff. But this book is still pretty affordable right now. The first appearance of Eitri the Dwarf, who forged both Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. This is another one that's not on a lot of trending lists, but this is the Demiurge here, and this is the Council of Sky Fathers, which is like the pantheon of all the gods across mythology of Earth, right? Because you got the Norse gods with Thor, right? And then you've got the Greek gods with Zeus, and then you've got Quetzalcoatl in the South American pantheon, and they all meet. And the Demigorge is slated to devour them all at the end of time, type of thing. And the first time they appear is in this book, and there is still some outlying spec that we may see a council of mythological gods in the movie here. So this is a real affordable book to pick up right now, and it's a fun read. It's a fun read. I'll try and pick up the pace here just a little bit. This book has trailed off. This is the first appearance of the one at the end of time. I can't remember what his name is. It's the version of Kang, He Who Remains, or the One Who Remains. It was the guy the actor who plays him, and I can't think of his name, that played Kang at the end of the Loki series.
Oh yeah. Is it John Majors?
I honestly don't know. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He was in this
Oh yeah.
HBO series about Lovecraft, and
Yes, yes.
He carried that show. He's a strong actor, and I'm interested to see him again. So this is a real good time to pick this book up.
Jonathan Majors. That's what it is. Jonathan Majors.
There you go. This next book is a real killer book. If you can find this at a reasonable price, pick it up. This is the first cover appearance of Balder the Brave, who is Thor's brother. He has not appeared in the MCU. He's making his debut in the upcoming movie. This is my favorite cover because it says, "We decided that this cover was too beautiful to spoil with captions," although they say it in a caption, right?
That is awesome. Look at that.
Isn't this a cool cover? Something just really speaks to me, and there's some magic in these old covers, I think.
Oh yeah.
In this art. Okay, speeding it up here a little bit. This is the first cover appearance of Sif. Sif is returning to the MCU after not being in the last couple movies.
Yeah.
She escaped the ending Ragnarok, the end of Asgard. She wasn't there. She's coming back. This is her first cover appearance in her modern form. She appeared very early on in Journey to Mystery in like 85, 86, Journey to Mystery 85, 86, but she looked way different than she does here. And this is her first cover appearance here. And let me tell you, because there's something else about this book I want to make sure I let you know. Notes don't fail me now because I kind of got out of order here, but that's okay. That's okay. You will forgive me for this.
What's up, Wayways and Omar S? Good to see you guys. Glad y'all are here with us.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough. That's enough on its own, right? This book is a very, very cool book. It's kind of been under the radar a little bit. I've been buying these in any grade that I can find them in. What this is well, I said that this is Sif's first cover appearance in her ongoing form. This is her true first appearance in her ongoing form. Thor 136. Like I said, she is to reprise her role in the movies here, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again. So this is a great pickup. You can probably get this pretty cheap right now. Okay, and what is that? Oh, that's another copy. So I got two copies this week. Hang on. Okay, I just got one or two more quick things I want to show you here. I'll turn it back to Carlos so we don't run too long here. I had one more, but I left it across the other room. That's okay. All right. If anybody saw the trailer today that dropped, okay, this book has not been on any spec list that I've seen anywhere, but now that the trailer dropped today, and I've been buying these God of Thunder books where I can get them, even the off numbers, you know. The artwork and the story is some of the best Marvel has ever done, in my opinion, and certainly anything past 2010.
And so you're saying this is the Jason Aaron run?
this is the Esad Ribic, Jason Aaron, and I can't pronounce the other last name, but yes, this is the Jason
Right.
Aaron run and the Esad Ribic.
Okay. Yeah.
So in this episode, this is the Gore the God Butcher story, and he is playing detective, trying to hunt down who is killing all the gods in the universe. And he goes and he keeps finding that all these gods who have protected all these planets are laying dead everywhere.
Wow.
And on this page, you can get this maybe even out of a dollar bin right now, gang. You
Yeah.
might be able to get this out of a dollar book. There's people already trying to get $50 or more on this book right now. But this is a great book to go to your LCS, pull it out of a back bin. But this image of Phalanger the Behemoth, he's got such great titles. He is the galactic, a patron god of the galactic frontier, champion of the tournament of immortals for 5 centuries straight. And it is said he wrestled black holes for fun. And this exact image, this exact piece of art is featured in the trailer. And, us comic fans go nuts when they get comic book accurate. And it's really great to see the artists who create these books that we love so much get featured on the screen.
Yeah.
So
that is really cool. Yeah, I'd wondered which issue it was. I'd seen the side-by-side comparison already online from some people pointing it out, but I wasn't sure which issue it was. So that's what issue of the Jason Aaron run?
This is the Jason Aaron run, Thor, God of Thunder, number 3. And everybody's flocking towards cover A right now. And I was on eBay earlier as soon as I saw that trailer. I went on trying to see what I could get cheap. And what I noticed is the 1 in 50 variant of this book, of this number 3, is selling for just as much as cover A or less.
Wow.
It won't be that way for long. So if you can find a copy of the 1 in 50, you might be able to get it at a very reasonable price, maybe even cheaper than the A cover.
Wow.
But
see that's what happens. I have an upcoming Nova video. That's what happened for me with the 1 in 50 on one of the number ones. The comic shop just didn't know what it was. I didn't even know what it was, it was a number 1, so I bought it, and then a couple months later, I was going through the books filing, and I realized what it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got it for cover price.
Those are good days. Those are good days hunting, right?
Yeah.
Good days hunting. Here is another one I'll show because I've got the original appearance of this armor. In the original, wow. I think it's like Thor 378. Let me see here. I've got it on my notes. It's got a purple background on the cover. Thor 378 is the first appearance of this armor, and his armor in this movie is based upon this design. Now, this happens to be a ratio variant of the Thor series. I believe this is the Jane Foster. This might actually be the God of Thunder series. I can't remember. I just know that it had that armor on it. And I can pull that 378 and show you guys while Carlos is going over a few books. Boy, this does actually look like it's the Jane Foster one. Maybe not. No. Sorry, guys. It's the Black Winter, so this will be the Donny Cates run.
Oh, okay.
This will be the Donny Cates run. But this might be a good one you could pick up cheap, too. It's a ratio out of the Donny Cates. But it showcases that new armor he'll be wearing in the movie. Isn't cover A the cover with Jane Foster Thor on the cover? You must be talking about the yeah. I'll pull that slab.
That's
For you guys
that's a
too.
different run, I think, or I mean a different volume, because she had her own volume.
Right, and I can pull some of the stuff I have on the board here too. I don't want to run too long here with you, Carlos. It's a kind of new show here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, while you're pulling those together, I'm gonna switch it back over and I'll show off what I've got.
Yeah, do it.
And then I'll come back over to you. Hey, so if you're just joining us right now, or if you haven't been with us, this is Monday Halls Live, and we're doing a live show for the next several weeks to try it out. Doing it as a live stream because it cuts down on post-production time. It also allows me to have extra people in, like MT, and he's got a wealth of knowledge for you if you're doing it. Just a quick reminder that we have broken 750 subscribers. So we've got this Masters of the Universe #1. The entry video for it will go live this Wednesday before the giveaway show, and we'll be giving this away for free to somebody who's a subscriber on the channel and follows instructions in that video. Some of the pickups that I had from the past week to week and a half. So I primarily got newer books this time around. I do have a couple of cool Silver Age books that I'm going to share with you as we keep going. But so as you know, I'm a big fan. There's a few books that I'm a big fan of that I've been kind of talking about them since they came out. One of those is Noctera. So this is currently on issue number 9. So this is one of the covers for it. I think this is the cover C. Then I've got a cover B here. And then I've got the cover A. And so I picked up these 3. This is the Tony Daniel's fantastic. He does great artwork. He does both the interiors and the A covers for Noctera. I highly recommend Noctera because it's still fairly affordable to be able to pick up. The show is coming to streaming. It is in active development, and it's a great story. That's the thing about it. Above any like spec and hype and FOMO, it's just a really strong story with a really strong lead character. They did a great job of world building, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a good, like, kind of Mad Max meets Pitch Black with a strong female character, very much like a young Sarah Connor from the Terminator franchise. Oh yeah, Ways. We need to figure out a number 2 for you, buddy. All right, we're gonna have to figure that. Hit me up on Wednesday during the giveaway show, and let's see if we can't figure something out for you. All right. So next up, you also know I've been raving about the new Moon Knight series. This is Moon Knight number 10. This is, I think, just the cover A. I recommend, if you're watching the show right now, I think the show is fantastic. It's something that's very different. And somebody pointed out it's one of those shows that's very rare in the MCU, in that you don't have to have seen anything else going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Moon Knight to be a completely understandable viewing experience for you. And that's rare, because most of them, you have to have seen this movie and that movie, but Moon Knight completely set apart. This current run, I'm so hyped when one of the big 2 comic publishers gets has a really strong title going. And Moon Knight is one of those. They've done a great job of kind of piecing together from his history and all the different runs into a really cool current run. So it's on number 10. It's still early enough to pick up, so I recommend that one. This is a guilty pleasure book for me. This is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, The Saturday Morning Adventures. This is number 2, the cover A. I added this to my pull list because it is, like, if you watched G.I. Joe growing up, this is the cartoon series but extended. It follows the same continuity. It ignores the continuity of the comic books, and it's so neat because this is like picking up a readable version of a brand new episode of the 1980s cartoon series. I don't know if that made sense what I just said, but the bottom line is, if you enjoyed the 80s series, this is written in the style. The art style is the same. It's an excellent pickup, a nostalgia pickup, and I love what they're doing with it. I'm buying it, and I'm telling everybody about it because I'm hoping that they're going to decide to extend it beyond the 4-issue limited series that it's currently slated for. But this is just a real fun one to pick up. It even references some of the cartoon episodes. So if you're a big fan of the G.I. Joe cartoon, you'll love that one. So that's G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Saturday Morning Adventures #2. I need to pick up the B cover for that one. So also on the G.I. Joe front, because you know I'm a big G.I. Joe guy. MT's a big Transformers guy. I'm a big G.I. Joe guy. So this week they also released the IDW one-shot for G.I. Joe, the 40th anniversary special.
Oh,
this
wow.
has got an homage. I think it's got like 22 different creators. And what's up, Emily Day? What is up? It's good to see you. So it's got like 22 different people that worked on it, and it's got this homage to the silent issue to G.I. Joe #21. So this was a must-have for me, even though it carried a pretty hefty price tag. It was a must-have for me to pick up for my G.I. Joe collection. And like I said, thank you, big thanks to Emily for hooking me up with my G.I. Joe Saturday Morning Adventures. I love this book. Can't recommend it enough. And then also another cool pickup for G.I. Joe fans and kids of the 80s. This one as well, right here. So now I also had picked up, because as MT pointed out, MT, I also got myself a couple of them.
There you go.
This is the second print of the first appearance of the female Moon Knight, and I had a couple of copies of the first print. And this is just a really cool, fun title. I mean, Marvel has done some creative revamping, and I've got to say I'm impressed. I'm more impressed than I was like 6 months ago with some of the stuff they're putting out. So I can actually recommend some of it. There was a while where I was like, man, I don't know if I can recommend any of this, of what they're putting out, but they've got some really fun stuff. So if you have also been keeping up, let's see, Last Flight Out #6 came out. So this is the conclusion of this really cool, kind of escaping Earth type of story that's going on. So if you haven't picked up Last Flight Out, I think you can still find them. I don't know if #1 has spiked in value, but I think you can still find them. And I love that it's a contained story arc with 6 issues. So that's another one that I recommend that's coming to an end, and I think I just picked it up.
So that's a post-apocalyptic type story, and they're
no, it's
Earth,
like it's like everybody is abandoning Earth, and this scientist's daughter ran away, and so he's intent on going to find her, but then the higher ups in the government say, no, you got to take this security force with you, and so it's a cool story. It is a self-contained thing, but I think it's open for to do something else with it. But I just recommend it. I don't want to give away a lot of it.
Too much away. Yep.
Yeah, but I recommend it. Also, if if everybody's keeping up, X-Men '92. So I picked up this X-Men '92 #1. This is the David Nakayama variant. Just super cool 90s goodness right here. Fun book to have. Let's see, Captain Carter. For those who are not picking up Captain Carter, this is another one that's well worth looking into because it's a completely new Captain Carter. I picked up quite a few copies of #1. I think I might even have some more. No, not in this stack. All right, but this is Captain Carter #2. I picked this one up as well.
Yep, I got that one too. That's a great book.
I'm kind of seeing where it goes. I'm not like fully committed to it yet, but I think it's quality, and I really enjoyed what they did with the character in the What If series.
Sure.
So I decided to pick this up, but this one does have change. It is different. So that's one to keep an eye out for. Okay, so you also know, like from my Hispanic superheroes wing of my comic collection, I'm a big Robbie Reyes Ghostwriter fan, so I have all his stuff. So of course, when Ghostwriter #1 came out with this Momoko variant featuring him on the cover, I had to pick one of these up. So I have that, and then I also went ahead and picked up one of the wraparound variants that also features him with all the other Ghostwriters. So those are Ghostwriter #1. I haven't read that one yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. And I again, because I'm a Robbie Reyes Ghostwriter fan, I wanted to pick it
Right.
up. So Little Monsters number one, I had an extra copy of this come in from an online buyer. So this is a cool story. Jeff Lemire, if you're not familiar with him, well worth looking into his books. The first issue wasn't as strong, but it's a slow build. I just picked up number two, so I'm looking forward to reading that and seeing how that goes. But this is one to consider because I think there's a lot that could be done with that story world. Like everybody else on the planet, I think I have yet another copy of Black Panther number three, the second print.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I've got like a stack of them now. I'm probably gonna give away at least one of them on a giveaway show episode.
I've
Oh,
given away a
cool.
couple. I've given away a couple of those because they had, like most of those were delivered damaged, so most of them got
Oh,
returned to Diamond.
yeah,
And so there wasn't a whole lot of those available for a long time. So
yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I don't care. Send them to me if they're a little damaged. I don't care because I was going to give them away. I love the cover.
Yeah, it's a really cool cover. It's my favorite, even like in spite of the Alex Ross. This is still my favorite of the Black Panther covers. So, and I love the way it features him. He just look. I mean, I'm really thinking he could be a cool character. They could do some neat stuff with. I got another copy of the Punisher number one Alex Ross timeless variant.
Ooh, nice.
I love that. Yeah, yeah, yep. Emily, yep. Black Panther number threes, man. Everybody's snagging them.
Right.
So this is the Punisher, and the biggest thing. Well, okay, I wanted to add it to my Alex Ross timeless collection. But I also love that it has his original logo on it and that they didn't have Alex Ross do the new logo thing.
Right.
I hate that
The
thing.
Jar Jar Binks logo.
I don't. I mean, I understand why they did it for the story, but I'm just kind of like,
They did it for political pressure. That's what irritates me. But
well,
it won't be around forever.
I felt like if they were going to do a redesign for a story, they could have done a better job with it. So,
sure.
I just felt like it was it went very like kind of alien-esque.
Aliens. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, also, I'm a big fan for those. So I don't mind Castle having a new logo, but I hate the one yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't have minded the logo either if they'd kind of gone like gritty with it, but it just felt very kind of like smooth and flowy. And I don't know, it just kind of was different. It just wasn't, I was kind of like, but I don't know. I mean, I want to see what they do with the story and
sure.
how they work it. So I'm also a big Rocketeer fan, and IDW has come out with a new Rocketeer book. It's The Great Race. This is the B cover. I'd also picked up the A and C cover, which is a blank, but got this one. And then getting to the Silver Age stuff. So I am loving all the rumors I'm hearing about what they're doing with the new Submariner character. Speaking of speculative titles and characters, you are just about too late to the party for Submariner books. So if you don't have your Submariner books, now's the time to go ahead and finish getting them. I got two more at a pretty solid price because they're both they're fairly low grade. They're not like anything special or anything, but I had holes in this kind of this run of keys that I'm building for Submariner. So it's Submariner number 6. This is the second part of the introduction of Tiger Shark. Yeah. And so I love this cover, just the ferocity of these two guys fighting and the battle between them. And Tiger Shark is a really cool character. So I'd love to see him get introduced and utilized when in Black Panther 2. But I think Namor is going to, for sure, all Namor books are going to see a huge uptick in price.
Sure.
And the thing is, for me, with my my thing for Hispanic superheroes, the direction that they're going to take him and tying him back to Mayan culture,
Yep.
or at least what we're hearing. He now kind of jumps into one of the top spots in my Hispanic superheroes collection. So I was very excited about the casting of Tena Cuerta. And so I'd been picking up Submariner books for a little while. Like I think I got number one for like $70 or something a while back, and like a few years ago, and had just picked it up on a lark, and then it turned out that I started hearing about the casting rumors.
Sure.
And so number 6 here, I'm putting this at about I'd say a 4.0, a confident 4.0 for this one. And then also number 8, because it's just such a cool cover.
Oh yeah, that's a classic battle cover. Battle cover.
This one has an issue on the top staple being really out of place. I don't know. I don't think it was an added staple. It's definitely both of these staples are kind of just they missed the spine, or else it rolled over or something. I think that's what it was. I don't know. I'm looking into them. But yeah, so those are the books. Also, 2 cool things, because my son's a big We Live fan. Was able to pick up 2 of these, the promo cards for the new Rise of the Palladians series. So these will go in a bag and board for his little We Live section of the collection. So those are my pickups for the past week to week and a half. Was actually a stack of those literally just arrived at the office today. So including those Submariner books. So I was glad to get all those in. So Mr. MT, what oh no, it wasn't Emily. It was from an online seller. The staples do line up, so I think it's actually a publisher thing. I don't think it's I hope it's not a staple.
Most of my copies have a misaligned cover. Some of the other ones had they all had the same tear along the edge in the same spot. But a lot of them had misaligned covers, and the couple that I have, and some of them are worse than others, because I bought a bunch of them.
This is a publisher thing, because the staples are both kind of on the front, but they're both kind of leaking onto the front, but they are lined up, and they are the only staples here. So it's definitely not like somebody like adding staples or something. So this is a well-loved copy right here, but it's complete, and it fills in my run.
The other good thing you were mentioning, Submariner 1, there's also a reprint, Tales to Astonish number 1 Submariner, that's a little bit more affordable, that can still be found at a pretty reasonable price.
Yeah, those Tales to, like all those reprints, Fantasy Masterpieces, Tales to Astonish, those are good books to pick up right now.
Especially if you want to read the stories.
Yeah. Because like some of those, like Silver Surfer number 1, some of these books are I don't even want to read them anymore, because they go up in value so quick.
Yeah, it's kind of problem. Like I've got a bunch of high-priced books, but they're like vacuum sealed in a box, and I never get to see them because it's such a pain in the butt to get at them.
So MT, what else you got for us? What do you got for it? What else you got?
I will also say that I am also a Joe fan, and I was lucky enough to get an upgrade on this book. I haven't received it yet. I did pass this book along to somebody else this week, but I am getting an upgrade. This is my own personal well-read copy as a kid. I remember passing this around. I even tried to do a book report on it in middle school. Didn't go over too well.
So what did you wait? Did you get failed or what?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I
would have thought they would give you like a 70 maybe or something.
I couldn't tell you. I remember the grade, but I remember she saying it didn't count because there wasn't anything but words on the cover, and because I forgot about it, and I just happened to have the comic book with me. I thought it would be good for laughs, and it was. That's a fun little story from middle school.
That,
Um,
that is fun.
I also got this set from Michael Presses this week, and this is
Oh,
one of my
nice.
all-time favorite stories. This reads like Greek literature. This is a profound read with some profound artwork. It discusses the Thor and Loki dynamic and why Odin chose to bring Loki into his family,
Mm,
and that no matter what Loki had done mischievous, Thor was the only one who really loved him.
hmm,
And but here Loki has taken over Asgard in this one.
mm.
Just he rules the land, and Thor's in chains in the basement, and it's a Greek tragedy. It is so
Wow.
well written, so well drawn. It's worth a pickup. If you can find this mini series, I'd grab it. They're usually not too expensive nowadays. The other one that I picked up this past week, and I'll show a couple of these. But this is that. Of course, I'm a little Thor heavy today because of the trailer, but that's the way it is. This has the Avengers 1 million BC story in it, Marvel Legacy 1. They're going to do a retelling of Thor's origin, possibly coming up in the next couple month or two, in a new story. So that's in this book. This is a variant of that. There's like a really cool lenticular of this that's pretty affordable. It might be worth picking up to read it if you get a chance. Back to my Thor heavy books, but this is the cameo appearance of him who becomes Adam Warlock.
Oh.
This book is extremely affordable right now. It won't be for long. This is the him book. The Fantastic Four cameo, probably out of most people's price range. This book, however, solid 12-cent Silver Age book, worth picking up at a reasonable price. Somebody was asking about Thor number 1. I do have one of these. I've had it for a little more than 2 weeks, though, but thought somebody might like to see that.
Nice.
This one I did pick up about 3 weeks ago, so I'm a little out of the window, but I did. I got this at a real reasonable price. This is the first appearance of Thunderstrike, who we saw here a little bit ago with his shiny foil cover. I can pull that back out. And this is in the Thor title, but
Wow.
this is his first appearance. I think, I got this extremely reasonably priced. You might still be able to get it for sale.
Yeah.
But at any rate, that's kind of what I got in new. It's obviously a little Thor heavy with the trailer, but I'm excited. I hope they don't blow it. We'll see. Because Gore the God Butcher was such a great story. Thor's granddaughters, the 3 granddaughters,
Yeah.
they're very interesting characters. But at any rate, that's what I got.
Well, very cool. Very cool. Well, hey, thanks, MT, for sharing what you had. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Glad that you guys all got to stop in and say, hey, I'm glad that you guys got to check out some of the books that we've picked up. Remember, we'll be doing live streams for Monday hauls for the foreseeable future for at least the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. Really enjoying doing this and having a little bit more interactivity with everybody. And I know, Simple Simon, MT, this is probably just a portion of your haul for the week, right?
It is.
Yeah. He had to kind of trim it down just to keep the show under an hour.
Right.
So but hey,
a little long.
Yeah, but I appreciate him being on. And hey, everybody, just keep in mind that if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the perfect time to do so, because we're going to be doing this as our 750 sub giveaway. We have broken 750 subscribers, so this copy of Masters of the Universe number 1 is going to a new home a week and a half from today. The entry video will go live on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, and then it'll run for exactly 7 days until the following Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, at which point it'll be locked, and that'll be all the entries that can be entered to win. But guess what? That's not the only giveaway. That's going to be just one of them. We'll be doing multiple giveaways for all the people that entered to win. So thanks so much for watching tonight. Thanks so much for being here with us. And again, big thanks to MT for him hanging out with us tonight. So thank you guys and everybody in the chat that hung out with us tonight. It's much appreciated. Glad that we got to interact a little bit, and we will see you guys next time. So good night.
Thanks, guys.